the database that is an app that has got quite a bit of additional features within it. It is intended to support the generation of database for most centers that do not have access to a lot of information in regards to chronic viral hepatitis. There is a minimum required data entry point which can be captured very quickly and easily, showing these fields: study site, identifier number, initials, gender, marital status, and so on. And this point is a very good information center where you can actually not only enter information but can get the risk score of the degree of fibrosis that may even help in making decisions regarding treatment without a liver biopsy. And then here is a management decision section that could help with follow-up of patients if you want to use this app for the purpose of follow-up as well. These buttons are very important. They are also here in order to submit the information and be stored safely. You can search the database by the time you enter some information, update it, clear, delete a specific data from the database, exit from it, and or export it in Excel or CSV file format for analysis. Let me show you this. So here you can choose a site, let's imagine, and let's give a number to this patient as number 20. Initial HU, and then male, let's imagine is married, has not got any education, unemployed, and has a number, random number there, and hepatitis B being most common. Let's leave out the risk factor and see what will happen. So it tells you the risk factor cannot be empty, and so definitely you need to fill that up. So here you have to put it up. Most people do not know how they got the infection, so put unknown. And interestingly, remember number 20 here, we can submit that and update this later. Should you not have results of investigation at the point of registering, but remember the identifier number. So let's enter and submit now. So you see, it tells you to confirm whether you want to. If you say no, it would say edit entry, and then it leaves that place. And so if there's nothing to edit, or if you imagine that there was, okay, you missed educational, at least the patient went to primary school, then you can actually submit again, and then you can confirm, and it says entered, save to database, and that disappears. Now, if you want to search and get back this patient, perhaps once you've got information regarding these parts, you can go to this identifier number, remember number 20, and then you can search. See, it brings up this same patient clearly, and then you can add the information. We set the patient, let's imagine the patient is 30 years of age, and platelet count was 150, and then AST level, which is an enzyme. Let's imagine that enzyme returned at 40, and then the ALT level was 40 as well. If you have that calculation ready, that's fine, you enter it here. But if you don't, you just click, after you enter this information, you click here, and it actually enters this for you and tells you it's consistent with low risk of fibrosis. So it interprets it for you and actually tells you it's chronic hepatitis. Let's imagine that you actually have a higher number here, let's say number 70, and let's say it's about lower, 70 perhaps, let's say 70, and then you enter there. It changes it automatically and say advanced liver fibrosis, and that is a score, so cirrhosis is likely. So you can see it gives you a lot of information there, and once you've done that, you update that information, and then it records successfully updated. Okay, you click that and it goes away. Now, if you go back to check that record, see what would happen. You will bring up everything, search. You see, it brings up everything you've entered before. Okay? Should you not have that information and you just want to enter manually, you can actually do that and select what you want to put in. And at this stage, if another follow-up, you just want to see that the patient has now viral load, you can actually put maybe say about 40,000 is what returned. Liver function shows that the AST is elevated, that's summary. And scan shows that there was cirrhosis. And so management outcome would be to start treatment. And or if you're confused about management, you refer to a tertiary center, should you not be in a tertiary center. At this point, you update. Remember, you've submitted first time, but you update subsequently. Okay? So it's submitted, successfully updated. You agree with that, and it's gone. So you want to read it again, 20, and then you search over here, and see everything you've entered appears. Now, if you can clear that. If you want to delete data and it's an empty space, it will tell you, see what happens. You cannot delete an empty record. You first would insert a number before carrying out this function. So let's say, okay, let's come over here and you can just say 20 and search. Right, then you can say delete. Then it tells you, do you really want to delete? Because you may not want to, or you may want to. If you say no, it will retain the information that are not deleted. Go on, and then you can clear that, and then check again. You see that it's still there, 20. And then you bring up the data again in search, and it's still there. This time around, let's say you really want to delete it. Go that way, confirm delete. Yes, I delete it and it disappears. So now try and see whether you can get that data back. Number 20 again, and then you can say search. Nothing returns. It's gone. So you've deleted it. So definitely it's working very well. If you, for example, you've entered a lot of data, you want to export it here, you can export and it's exported. You can check where your file directory is. You can find all the records of previous entry ready for you to work on it. Well, I hope this is a very good app that would really not only help in developing a database, but it will actually give us a lot of information regarding the spectrum of liver diseases occurring in any particular site of research, and also very, very prestigiously able to help us to make treatment decisions at the point of entering information to the clinician. I hope you will like this. Or if you want to collaborate, do contact me so that we can actually work together for some good of our patients. Well, I leave the choice to you, and I look forward to welcoming you on board in some collaborative work that you may be interested in. Thank you very much. You can exit the app this way by clicking that one.